Hello, my name is Darlene Arneson. I am the Wisconsin Agriculture in the Classroom Coordinator, and I'm here to speak with you about agricultural careers and different educational resources and activities and lessons and ways that we can help students and parents and the school counselors learn about what's available in the field of agriculture. So when we look at agriculture as a whole, and especially here in the state of Wisconsin, 1 out of 10 to 11 people work in the field of agriculture. And that doesn't mean that they have to be farmers, but it means they're involved somehow from the production to the processing to the transportation to the packaging, and then finally that end user product. So whether we're making food or fuel or energy or other products related to agriculture, we have quite a vast array of different jobs. So what I'd like to do today is to show you where you can learn about those and different resources that you can share with your students about them. So as we look at the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom program, and I am just going to go back and share my screen. Sorry about that. There we go. So now we are looking at the Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom website's resources. And if we go to lessons and resources, I'm on the grades 9 through 12. And one of the things that we have developed is a book called An Agricultural Career for You. We have both a student guide and an educator's guide. They are free of charge for you. And they go through the different pathways that we have in agriculture. They give lists of different jobs that are related to those different pathways. There's some activities in the back. In the educator's guide, there are a number of different lesson plans that are aligned to standards that you can do to help your students learn about careers in agriculture. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Also in our Ag in the Classroom store, we have what are called Ag Mags, which are mini newspapers. And as you can see, we have one on agricultural careers. This is geared towards that about 3rd through 6th grade level. The one on careers goes through the different pathways that we have. It gives some interactive activities that the students can do. They come 30 to a package, and they're $8 a package, so they're pretty reasonable. And many of our county farm bureaus are really good about helping us to support getting resources for you. Under the free resources in our store, that's where you'll find those Ag Career for You booklets. And those, again, thanks to our sponsors, are free of charge. We also have a number of other resources for you to learn about careers in agriculture. We are going to look at the National Ag in the Classroom's website. That's agclassroom.org. And if you go under the Student Center, there's a whole section for career seekers, and they have some wonderful resources on here. One of my favorites is the Careers in Ag videos. This ties to a lesson plan that's about agricultural careers, and then it goes to a YouTube channel. And this was done by the Utah Ag in the Classroom program, but you can go through and they have this whole list of 40 different short 2 to 3 minute videos to everything from cheese plant managers to algae farmers to soil conservationists. And I love to use these as a kind of a starter for the kids to to learn at the start of school, or if you're teaching virtually, it might be a classroom starter for you, but just a wonderful resource to help them get exposed to the wide variety that we have. Also, when we go back to that career seeker is the Ag Explorer, and this is the FFA's website section that deals with careers in agriculture. So it goes through the different pathways that we have in agriculture. It helps the kids actually walk through where they're doing interest surveys and they're learning how to job shadow and how to explore different careers, and just a wonderful program. So if you haven't had a chance to work with your school's agriculture education instructor, I really encourage you to do that. If you don't have an agriculture education program at your school, take advantage of what the National FFA has to offer with this. They do virtual field trips, and they have educator resources and lessons, and just a great resource that way. agcareers.com careers.com will take your students to see what's out there right now for jobs. Many times kids are really interested in how much do they make and where do you have to live and what kind of openings are there. And it's great to see those real-time ones. For our younger students that might be exploring careers, we have a number of ones on My American Farm, which is a series of agricultural games for kids to play. And you'll see that with each one of the games, they have different kind of focuses that they do. So there's lesson plans that go with these, and you can explore the different ways that you can look at different grade levels. This is a pre-K through 5. And if we go to the subject part of it, you can search for the different subjects. So it's a kind of a fun one that way. We also have AgriWorld and the engineering and science, which tie careers into our science related. And, when we look at science and agriculture, there are so many opportunities from being in a lab and doing research to engineering to many of the, sustainability and environmental areas. So lots and lots and lots of jobs in those areas as well. On the American Farm Bureau's website, what I always encourage people to do, this is the American Farm Bureau Foundation for Agriculture. Their website is Ag Foundation. So we've had wisagclassroom.org, which is Wisconsin Ag in the Classroom. We've had National Ag in the Classroom, which is Ag Classroom. And this is the Ag Foundation website. So what I usually do is just type in the search careers, and you will see a wide variety of different lessons and resources. They have, this is where I buy those ag mags that we have. They've got PowerPoints on careers. They've got posters that you can use. They've got games that you can play. So lots and lots of different career-related resources on here. And there's things for younger elementary level that are in like a comic books part. And then we have with the STEM programs too for middle school and high school students. I encourage you to take a look at that. They also have, different Purple Plow Challenge is a STEM related one where they also tie in careers to that. So lots of great resources there. One of the things that I encourage if you have students who are looking at a 4-year college degree, the USDA does 5-year outlooks called the Economic Outlook Reports. So you can actually print the summary of this, and it goes through what opportunities are they looking at. And the time period now, this was just updated, is 2020 to 2025 for our students and so forth. And if you click on the different graphics that they have, and you can download the report, or you can, use the website and so on. But they are looking for college graduates, about 59,000 annual openings. The bulk of them in management and business, and then it goes to science and engineering. Then it goes to education, communication, and government, and then food and biomaterial production. So you can take a look at their different infographics that they have in the actual report. It goes through a lot of the other details and so forth, but it'll go through different job titles that the kids can start exploring. They also have, for example, in this one, how many are going into these different areas. So I really encourage you to take a look at that, and that is done by the USDA through Purdue University. So that's a great resource. Also, when we take a look in Wisconsin, we have the Wisconsin FFA, and that is a student organization of the agriculture education courses. On their website, they also have a tie to that Ag Explorer, but they also have a connection to Pathways Wisconsin, where students again can understand the different pathways that we have in academic and career and technical education. So I encourage you to take a look at that. And speaking of the DPI, when we go to the agriculture website, and the way to find this, I usually will start out with the schools and educators, and then I'll go to the career and technical, and then to the agriculture. So it takes a little bit to sometimes find it, but they've got some nice videos that talk about, agriculture education. But what I really like is when you get down to the ag education career clusters, they've got some great things. They have a survey that students can take. They tie into that Ag Explorer again. They also have a nice cluster, and I use this handout quite a bit in career fairs and so forth, where it goes through our pathways we have in agriculture, and then a wide variety of jobs that go along with that. And I think it's a really useful handout to have. They also have a link to the National Career and Technical Education's website, which has all kinds of resources for your students to take advantage of. So lots of great resources there. And as you go through, they also have the different pathways and then the skills charts. So as you are working with your agriculture teachers or your students, and they say, well, I really want to become a vet and so forth, you can also take a look at what foundations that they need to have and what your curriculum. So maybe working with your school curriculum department would be an important part. So lots of resources about agriculture, lots of opportunities in agriculture. We offer so many things from being into labs and in research and development to being out in the fields or working with the environment and sustainability, working with animals, working with plants, working with flowers, landscaping, golf course management, just so many opportunities. So we try to share as many of the different things that we have on the Wisconsin Ag in the Classrooms YouTube channel as well. I will pull that up. We have a number of different resources that we currently have. We have several different playlists. We're starting one on a career playlist on careers and natural resources. But last year, our Wisconsin Farm Facts focused on the green industry. And so we have a large number of videos that talk about careers in that industry. So you can learn everything about sports turf management to golf course management to being a soil scientist. So lots of great things that way. So I encourage you to take advantage of the opportunities that we have. Thanks for joining us today, and we look forward to working with you soon. Thank you.